I am still a high school student, and this happened a few weeks ago. Since the coronavirus pandemic began to break out in the USA, everything has been shut down, including my two older brothers' college. They live in the city of Chicago in an apartment, but have no choice but to come home during this time since everything is online. Since they are not using the apartment, my family decided it would be best if we just had them move out of it, as that is what other people were doing, and there's really no point in paying rent on a place where you don't live. My father was originally supposed to drive to the city to pick up my older brothers, but he got caught up with some work-related stuff, so I was sent. I drove to the city, but it was night time, so the streets were dead empty. As soon as I got there, my brothers and I began loading the car so we could get home quickly. Whilst we were doing that, I noticed I could hear a sound from the nearby alley. I shrugged it off as nothing and thought maybe I was just tired and should have asked one of my brothers to drive us home. But soon after, I heard the same sound, and this time my brothers were with me and they also heard the noise. We all looked closer into the alley and we noticed a man emerge from the bushes. We asked if he was alright, but then suddenly we noticed that this man was wearing a mask over his face. Immediately I was concerned, as this masked man did not say a word and would just stare at us. We just completely froze as the man just continued to stare at us. He continued to stare, but then he moved to the side, and we noticed that behind him were 3 other men dressed similarly with masks on. But it wasn't the other 3 men that terrified us, it's what they had beside them. There was a body just lying flat on the ground, and I also noticed that one of the men were putting a knife away. We all freaked out and jumped into the car, and right then one of the men charged at us, but I stepped on the gas pedal by this time, just wanting to get out of there with my brothers. We looked back and the men were in the street just staring at us. Luckily, we had left nothing behind. We didn't say anything for about 10 minutes, but then we eventually called the cops. They said they'd look into it, but unfortunately, they found nothing. I still wonder to this day what would have happened if we didn't get into the car as fast as we did, and if one of those men had caught up to us. I don't know why they murdered another man like that, and I honestly do not want to know. All I can say is, stay home and stay